If you were hoping to see a simulated fight to the death, you've come to the wrong place. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Right Opinion, the home of a twat with too much free time, and today I look at a recent tax avoidance scandal. What fun. So it was recently revealed that Apple had cracked a sneaky deal with the Irish government, which supposedly enabled them to pay as little as 0.005% tax. Now the EU, obviously unhappy about this, have decided to take retrospective action and charge them £11 billion. £11 billion. Apple, obviously unhappy about this, have decided to try and hold the EU to ransom and threaten to take its business elsewhere. So let me declare points of interest before I take sides. I don't like the EU, and I don't like Apple. Apple tried to make as much money as possible at everyone else's expense, and the EU tried to make as much money as possible at everyone else's expense. So in fact, I'm not biased. I hate both of them. So who would I side with in this instance? The big business I don't like, or the big establishment I don't like? Or maybe they're both twat. Well, a lot of it depends, really. Apple already claimed that the figures are in fact false, and the claims and accusations that the EU are making are complete bullshit. Obviously, the EU claims the opposite. If the EU is found to be telling the truth, then I believe it is Apple's job to pay up, as I believe decisive action in the area of tax avoidance has been long overdue. However, if Apple is vindicated, then it will ruin a lot of people's trust in the EU, and demonstrate them as an aggressive institution who are attempting to exploit their power. But you don't want the politically correct bullshit, do you? You want me to say who I think's telling the truth. If I were to take a guess, I'd probably say Apple is bullshitting, although I cannot guarantee anything. They wrote a really compelling, emotionally riveting argument explaining how they had transformed this flailing Irish town into the technical hub, and how this tax is an insult to their input all around the EU. It was a very well-written PR wet dream. I'll be angry if it isn't nominated for an Oscar this year. Truth be told, I don't give a shit about your emotional and technical contribution. I care about your economical contribution, and if there's a law in place, that's a law. End of. Just because you're a large corporation doesn't mean you're above the law, or should be at least, you knobheads. The EU have been corporate pushovers in, forever, and now they're actually doing something. You have the nerve to stand against it? Whether the EU are embellishing the claims or not, there's definitely a lot of tax avoidance going around. However, it does reveal a more deeper, menacing problem in general that the EU has. The fact that certain agreements allow companies to transcend borders and sneak in nice deals with countries like Luxembourg and Liechtenstein. It's a sham. It really is. There has to be a new initiative that will make sure companies pay their relative tax in each country. Because when you ignore those borders, then you're screwing over all the residents who use your product in their country. There are people who are actively making contributions to buy your product, and you're not giving anything back to the government in return to give to the people. It's a fucking disgrace. Cunts. If the EU, by some ice age in hell, attain the money, they should redistribute it to the countries that have been bloody ripped off due to this. If you are operating in that country, then you pay taxes in that company. It's fucking simple. But this is the problem. There are too many powerful lobbyists in institutions who will fight to overturn this decision, and there are too many politicians with no backbone who will not stand up for what is best for the public, which would obviously be to have Apple pay the money. So if you want my personal opinion, Apple, you twats, pay it. Convincing argument, I know. Anyway, I'm tired and I'm going to bed. Even nocturnal miserable old cunts need their beauty sleep. I'm the right opinion, and one bad apple is all you need to fuck up the whole bunch. Fucking hell, James, you spastic. Fucking hell, James, you spastic.
I just woke up, I'm dazed and my afro's matted. Reach under my mattress to grab my stash and